We're going to talk a little bit of news items today. I think the biggest news item of this day happened with the defending national champions,
Yes.
the two-time defending national champions. It had been rumored that Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, was looking to go back to the NFL. It's a rumor no longer. He is headed to the NFL to be an offensive coordinator, and I thought it was about to trigger a very, very interesting search because, to me, Georgia offensive coordinator is probably the most appealing job in America. Outside of head coach, Georgia offensive coordinator to me is the most appealing job in America because you know the defense is going to be full of monsters.
Yep.
All you got to really do is be pretty good, and you're going to have a chance to win national titles over the next 5-10 years.
100%. And get back to a position of being a head coach if you wanted to.
Now, that's not to discount the job that Todd Monken did because I thought he did a tremendous job.
Probably the guy that doesn't get enough credit the most from that Georgia run.
I would say probably the most important guy that doesn't get talked about.
Yeah, because we talk about Stetson, we talk about Kirby, we talk about all the defensive players. But Todd Monken Georgia always had this issue not being able to get over the top. And sometimes it was the offense. And even going into the national championship game last year, we were like, will they be able to score enough against Alabama? And then obviously that hasn't been an issue since.
How often did they try over building Kirby and even the Mark Richt era, five-star quarterback, five-star stud quarterback like Stafford, I don't know if Aaron Murray was a five-star or not, but Jacob Eason
was Kirby. But
Fromm was a high four-star. They tried and tried and tried. It's never quite clicked offensively. Then Monken gets in there. He has a walk-on quarterback. He has an offense, and the weapons tight ends are elite. You got Darnell Washington. You've got
Brock Bowers,
elite tight ends. But his number one weapon at receiver was Ladd McConkey.
And
running backs are decent, not elite.
The offense that Stetson had this year, obviously Brock, it may be one of the best college tight ends we've ever seen, but the wide receivers and running backs were not elite recruits.
No.
They took them, and obviously Stetson's the opposite of an elite recruit.
Yeah.
And Monken made them look a lot better than they actually may be, but we'll see.
So I thought we were about to have an incredible search because if Georgia loses their offensive coordinator after everybody else is already filled, they almost certainly could go pluck somebody who just – like, I'm only using this name for an example because we know it isn't going to happen. But what if they said, hey, Garrett Riley, come here instead?
That would have been crazy.
He would listen. And the guy that went to TCU, Bryles.
Yeah.
He would listen. Like, Georgia could have plucked somebody like that, but they didn't. And they went with an interesting route.
Really?
I don't know if I call it a retread, but it's kind of a retread.
No,
it's a full retread.
Yeah, he was Alabama's offensive coordinator.
Well, Mike Bobo was the offensive coordinator for Georgia for 8 years.
Yeah.
For Mark Richt, from 2007 to 14, he had some good offenses. But now, 9 years after he left Georgia, and he's back at Georgia as the offensive coordinator. That's interesting.
And it seemed as if this was all planned, probably Monken showing respect, saying, I'm going to announce this. I accepted it. We're going to announce it on Tuesday afternoon. And then, literally right after, Mike Bobo, Seth Emerson or whatever his name is at The Athletic reported it right away. I'm sure they gave him that scoop. And there was a few tweets I saw, but then once Mike Bobo got announced, that was it.
Really quiet.
Because
considering it's the two-time national champions.
Yeah, and also, not that it matters a lot because it's almost, but I don't know. I was going to say the offense runs itself, but does it? Like, Mike Bobo?
Because I'll tell you what. Monken did a great job. If you looked at McConkey this year, how many times did he get him wide open? If you looked at the playoff games, how many times Stetson Bennett was just throwing to a guy that was schemed wide-ass open? It happened a lot.
Yeah, A.D. Mitchell.
I don't know how many difficult throws Stetson Bennett had to make. I'm not taking a shot at him because he made every play he needed to make. But he also recognized, hey, this guy might be a walk-on, but he's got usable skills.
Yes,
he can throw it. He's smart, and he can run, and he used that running a lot. Monken was a hell of a job. I don't know that Bobo just comes in seamlessly like that, but we'll see.
And also, Bobo's walking into one of the bigger quarterback battles in the country.
Very much so. It's either, could it be, I'll remember their name, Vandergriff?
Brock
Carson
Vandergriff,
Beck?
And then Carson Beck. Yeah, not Hunter Beck. I don't know why I wanted to call him Hunter.
Well, that's not his name, so if you did call him that, it would have been wrong.
Hunter Beck, yeah, that just doesn't sound right. I don't even know why I said that. But those two are going for it, and then who knows? Maybe there's some walk-on that we didn't even know about.
Everybody acts like the transfer portal's finished. It's just going to kick right back up after the spring.
Well, Jordan Addison transferred after spring ball.
There's going to be quarterbacks that lose jobs in the spring that are on the market.
Yeah, and it's going to be – but for Georgia, I mean, yeah, it's –
Like,
Bobo?
I'll just say it. Jackson Dart's going to be available after the spring.
Yes.
When he figures out that Lane Kiffin screwed him and brought in a guy he intends on starting and Spencer Sanders, Jackson Dart's available. There's going to be others.
And maybe the Ohio State quarterback that doesn't win it?
Yeah.